Hello everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Lolligaggers Legends. My name is Bill Griffith. And my name is Jim Randyson. Lovely to meet everybody. Yes, nice to see you, Jim. Nice to see you too, Bill. How are you? Oh, doing just fine. And yourself? Oh, I can't complain. On the red side, on top lane, we have a Fiora. In the jungle, we have, Sejuani. We've got Varus ADC, Jax support. And for the middle, we have Kassadin. That's right, Jim. And for the blue side, we've got a Galio. Looks like he's going to be middle. We have a Renekton. He's got to be top. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Yes, that's right, Jim. Galio there appears to be going jungle. Or, let's just see what happens. I've seen Galio go a few different places. Oh, it looks like we're both wrong there. Let's see who this blue goes to. And we'll know exactly. Oh, looks like Galio's taking it. So I think Galio's jungle and Vi's middle? What do you make of this, Jim? Quite an unorthodox middle indeed. On the bottom side, for the blue, we have Morgana and Jinx. Now they're going up against this Varus and Jax combination. Who do you think has the edge so far, Jim? Well, it's difficult to say with this kind of a matchup. I would say Varus has the range, no problem, and in the later game, Jax, of course, has the tankiness he can support. However, early game, Morgana is going to outrange Zac, and we got ourselves an early gank from Sejuani's red. That's right, Jim. It looks like the Ice Queen is about to freeze herself a couple of stooges. That's right. Maybe they'll be okay. Maybe they'll get away from it. But, good thing is, that appears to have blown both of the summoner spells from Jinx. So, no more flash, no more heals. If they come down and gank, it's much easier to take her out. Well, it looks like Sejuani's sticking around a little bit too long, if you ask me. That's a great observation there, Bill. In doing so, Sejuani is running the risk of stealing too much experience from the group. However, they're about to get this Jinx kill. Oh, and there goes Sejuani. She screwed up. That's right. That's definitely an uh-oh in my book. Right now, I'm very interested in this middle Vi. I don't see this very much. Yes. Now, why is this such an odd concept, having Vi in the middle? Well, Bill, she's not much thought of as a ranged attacker. And generally in the middle, you want someone who has a bit of range, who can actually do damage to their opponents. But Vi is a very interesting bruiser type champion in the fact that she can actually send a shockwave to her opponents. If she uses her E and punches a minion right here, the shockwave will go out to about right here. So she actually has quite a bit of range. Oh, that's very interesting. Thanks for the insight there, Jim. You're welcome, Bill. And as this match unfurls, we'll see it more and more. But right now, it appears Kassadin is on his way bottom to try something fancy. That's right there, Jim. But he better be careful though, because there are still two people there on bottom, and it appears that Galio is fairly close by. That's right. Now the question is, will Galio come to help? I don't know. Looks like Morgana decided to check that bush. with her face. Now, some might say that was a misplay there. That's right, but look, here goes Vi capitalizing on the Cassidy that is none the wiser and burnt down. And what just happened there, let's go back just a second to look at that play by Galio. Now you see here, he was waiting for Zack, popped out of that bush right there, used his taunt, trapped him, Jinx got it. Now right now, we got a shakedown between Vi, Galio, and Morgana came to help out. Uh-oh, Sejuani looks like she's going to capitalize on this Galio. Gotta watch out. Uh-oh, there's a Void Walk. Oh, Galio's going to taunt. He died. And Jinx got both of the kills. Oh, that is a definite misplay there by the red side. Right you are there, Jim. Alright, so now let's go back to looking at this Vi as she goes back to the middle. Now, people don't really realize this, but Vi is actually very quick at clearing a wave. At first, she has a ton of burst damage as you strengthen her up. She can clear that entire wave with maybe a dash and an E. This is Bill's first time commenting on Legends. He just started playing about a week ago. And how is it going, Bill? Oh, it's a bit of a learning curve. Oh, right, that is true if there was a truth out there, Bill. Yeah, there was this one guy who called me, let's see here. He told me to delete my Legends account, which I thought was a little bit rude. Yeah, they tend to do that. And then the same guy, halfway through the game, decided to, uh-oh, we got a game going here, we got a gank, they're going on Galio, oh, they got Galio, but they're collapsing on the red team down here in the jungle, and it is a 3-for-1 trade with 2 of those kills going on Vi. Anyway, back to it. The gentleman called me a noob, said I sucked at my game. What was your role? Well, I was just playing top. I picked what's his name? A Garen. Yeah, and I died a couple times. I got ganked. I guess the entire other team decided to come up to my lane and kill me. Nobody else said anything. I died trying to defend my tower, and they decided to call me a noob. They said I should delete my game, and then the same one who was saying all the mean stuff, 5 minutes later, after dying 4 times in a row, quit the game the rest of the time. Oh, sorry to hear that, Bill, but may I just say welcome to Legends. Oh, here comes Galio trying to save that Jinx. He's getting in there. Jinx is firing back. She's turning back on it. That's one of the things people got to be careful of. If you're running away and someone goes in, make sure you go in with them at least a little bit to be safe. And because of that, they turned that chase down of Jinx into a kill with Galio and Jinx at bottom. Now, they're not out of the woods just yet. What would you do in this situation there, Jim? Well, Bill, I would probably push this all the way to the tower, and then I might, put a little damage on that tower, but I'd probably get out. And that appears to be what they are doing. I hope. Oh, looks like they might be trying to pull a tricky little play there, Jim. Yes, oh, they collapsed on that Varus. They collapsed on the Varus. That is good. That's going to force him to go back to the base. Otherwise, he's going to be weak in lane. Now, if Galio can get out of here and go help Middle's in trouble. Vi is being chased by Cassidy. Cassidy disengages. Pulls a smart move. Don't over-invest for not enough. Uh-oh. And, looks like in the middle there. Looks like in the river, I'm sorry. Jinx is chasing Sejuani. Now, this is very dangerous, it appears. That's right. Bill. Oh, there's that fight. Oh, looks like they're converting it. Looks like they're converting those kills onto Jinx. Looks like it's going to be a 3-for-1 again. Yes, but even though they turned that around, it was not entirely the smartest of moves. Now, in my limited game experience, I have found that running into a dark jungle, whether it is on your side or the opponent's, can be very dangerous because the opponents can be looking. That's right, Bill. Sorry there, I was daydreaming. Oh, what about? Oh, well, I was thinking about this coming weekend. What's coming up there, Jim? Well, I was thinking about what I was going to do with my girlfriend's parents. Oh, well, would you mind elaborating? Well, let's see here. Oh, it looks like Red's going towards that. Oh, looks like they're going towards the Galio there, just kind of hanging out. And the Red might be going for that Drake. Anyway, my girlfriend invited me to... Oh, and Galio's gone. Yep, you should never run into a blind jungle. Otherwise that could happen, even if you're a very strong Galio. Back to it. My girlfriend invited me to dinner with her parents, and I was wondering what I should do to impress them. Oh, would you have any advice for me, Bill? Well, Jim, if it were me, I think I would try to... I know this is going to sound counterproductive, but try to relax as much as you can. Like, the worst thing you can do is be overly nervous. Like, if you're a little nervous, it's okay, because of course you're going to be nervous. It's your girlfriend's parents. No duh. But, try to be as relaxed as possible. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Basically follow the same rules as when you started dating your girlfriend. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I mean, what's the best case scenario if you act like someone that you're not? You impress them being someone that you're not, and then a few years down the road, or even a few weeks, the act wears off, and then, why are you different all of a sudden? That's going to be confusing for them. Whereas if you act like yourself, they know what they're going to get, whether they like it or not. And it's really not up to them to decide whether you are good enough for whomever. It's your significant other's choice. Okay. So when you met your... Wait, are you married? Oh, no, Jim, I have a girlfriend. We've been dating for a few years, and we're actually about to move into an apartment together. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. That sounds lovely. By the way, the blue team is pushing in on bottom lane to the second tier tower, and they're about to... Oh, looks like... Oh, they got Zac, and Galio's under turret, but he is really, really tanky, and Jinx just got that double kill. So they are right as rain. Anyway, back to your story, Bill. Yes, Jim, thanks. Very sorry. We just got an apartment, and, she hasn't moved in yet. She told me that if I could pay for the apartment and get all the utilities set up and pay for some appliances, that she'll move in a couple months. I guess that sounds okay. Looks like also Fiora's getting the blue buff, and it looks like looks like Galio capitalized on Sejuani. Never chase into a blind jungle. That is just from me to you guys. Anyway, back to you, Bill. Yeah, sorry about that, Jim. There seems to be a lot of activity in this game. Oh, and Vi is fighting Cassidon now. Now, Vi's got to be careful. Cassidon might appear to be a little squishy at the beginning. He might be a very difficult champion to play at the beginning, but as he goes, his burst seems to get very powerful. That's right. Alright, back to you there, Bill. Oh, yeah, sorry, keep doing that. Let's see here. Yeah, she said that if I pay for everything for the first few months, that she'll just join me when the time is right. Oh, that sounds okay. As long as you can afford the apartment. Oh, sure. I mean, I'm going to be scraping the barrel there for a minute, but you know, it's only going to be a couple months, and worst case scenario, I can borrow money from my mother. I mean, she's always been really nice. Oh, that's nice. At least you got that to fall back on. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was thinking. So, let's see. All right, so it sounds like you got a pretty rock solid foundation. Oh, and there's Galio just diving into the middle of combat. That's what one of his strengths are. Now, he should actually be attacking this Cassidon before the Fiora, because Cassidon can do. I mean, before the Sejuani, because the Cassidon can do more damage in the shorter amount of time. But luckily, everything turned out. She just was not the optimum target. Thanks for your insight there, Jim. You're welcome, Bill. Let's see here. So, Bill, now, I'm sorry if... Oh, they're sieging the tower, they're diving. Oh, they got Varys, and Zach's going down right now. Now, I hate to be... I hate to be the guy who brings this up. And I don't know anything about your relationship, of course. But, does that seem, your situation with your girlfriend, does that seem a bit odd? What do you mean? Well, she's asked you to pay for an entire apartment that you can kind of afford, and pay for all the rent and all the utilities, everything. And has she put down any money? Oh, well, she's paid about $500 or $600 for some appliances. Okay, so she's got $600 in there, and how much do you have in? Oh, between the rent and all the utilities for... Oh, and of course, the down payment on the apartment, which was about $2,100. I'd say I'm about, $5,000 in. So, do you see my point? I honestly don't. Okay, well, I guess you know what you're doing. You've got a rock solid relationship. You probably see your girlfriend all the time, right? I mean, with that kind of a transition. Actually, since she got her new job, her new well-paying job, what might I add? Wink, wink. She's actually been really busy, so I haven't been able to see her as much. Oh, and that doesn't make you nervous? Well, it did at first, but you know, she got her new job. She's gotta cut her teeth a little bit, get everything going. Oh, I see. Well, as long as you're being patient about it. Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, and I'm stuck with this apartment for basically your entire salary. Yeah, but I mean, I don't have to eat that much, right? Right? Yeah, Bill. Yeah, that sounds perfect. You sound okay. Now, back to the game, Bill. Now, look at what Galio's doing. He's kind of hanging out, and the reason he is doing this is he is letting that Renekton run away. He's letting the Renekton escape. He effectively sacrificed himself so that the Renekton, the more damage-heavy character, can get away. And now it seems to be a bit of a one-by-one parade into that jungle there. That's right. There's a bit of a paradox. I don't know the technical term, but where team members will want to save each other just instinctively. That's just the human condition. You want to save your own versus them. And of course, everybody plays video games where they're the hero, so they all think, uh-oh, watch out, Fiora's might be baiting Galio here with that TP. Oh, and there it is. But it looks like they're standing off. Anyway, back to what it was. People will want to save their teammates, but if there's already 5 in that jungle, you're not going to be able to do very much damage unless you've got your whole team behind you. Well, now that's very interesting there, Jim. Thanks, Bill. Now what's happening now is Fiora is finding those little spots there. You see that circle where it has the swelling around the ring? That's the weak point that Fiora can hit. And if she hits all those points, she does, I think, percentage health damage, which means Galio's armor and all of his health won't do him diddly. Oh my, that seems like a very terrifying champion there. Right you are. But it looks like there is a Morgana Vi on top, and it looks like Renekton might be joining. No. Oh, here comes Galio. Galio's coming in to help him. Galio's coming to try to save the day. Can't quite tank for Morgana. Vi kind of went in. Now, who was Vi attacking? Vi was attacking Sejuani. Now, out of that group, the best target would have been Varus. Second would have been Kassadin. The worst, unfortunately, was Sejuani, because Sejuani is the tank for the group. Oh, what's that noise back there, Jim? Well, it appears that there's a motorcyclist driving by the window here. Oh, but he's at least a quarter mile away. Well, maybe he has one of those Loudners. Oh, you mean one of those, I guess a demuffler. A pipe that slid into the exhaust of a bike to just make it sound louder. That's right there, Bill. Well, I hope that guy crashes into another car, survives a horrible accident, and somehow does not survive a fender bender on the way out of the hospital. What? What the hell was that, Bill? What do you mean, Jim? Yeah, that was a little bit much, right? They're just a little bit loud. Yeah, but I mean, those guys know what they're doing, and they're not just harming 1 or 2 people. It's not just us 2. There are buildings around here. People live in those buildings. There's a team fight, by the way, and Red is winning it. People live in those buildings, so they're disrupting everyone. So, honestly, if they were to go down, I don't think I would feel so bad. Dude, Bill, seriously, that's a little strong. They're just a little bit loud for a couple seconds. And all we're doing is commenting on this game. Like, they don't need to die over it. Well, they don't need to, but if they did, I don't think I would shed a tear. Bill? Yes, Jim? Nothing. It's okay. Well, let's just go back to the game. All right. So it looks like down here by the Drake, this is an Ocean Drake, by the way. Jinx is gonna pick that up without any contestation. She's down there by herself. And this Ocean Drake, what does the Ocean Drake do there, Jim? The Ocean Drake gives you regeneration, health, and mana outside of combat. So it's actually very good for a siege type or poke type combination. Now, who would this help the most out of this? Oh, there's a Vi fighting a Fiora in the jungle. Is Fiora, it looks like she's gonna maybe get away. Yes, she is. There she's going. She's a-running. She's got the root, and she's gone, perhaps. Yes. Oh, and luckily they didn't chase. But maybe red is going to fall into the blue's trap now, chasing a little bit on their own. Because now there's a Galio. That is one of his strengths. He can get to pretty much any spot on the map. Zac is very similar with a slingshot. He doesn't go quite as far. And now it's Galio and Renekton versus their 3 Zac. Varus is going down. Galio is a big slab of granite, so even though Varus does quite a quick amount of damage, not quite enough. And back into it with Renekton, Fiora. Oh, this is not going to look good for the blue side. If they had just run out, they would have gone even in kills there. Oh, and there's Vi. Looks like she's checking on it. Not a smart maneuver. Again, blind in the jungle. Oh, she's going to try to fight her way out, but Riposte reflects Vi's damage, and if Fiora had a Thorn Mail, that's like double Vi's damage back onto herself. Great analysis there, Bill. Well, it's pretty easy when you have a co-host or a co-announcer like yourself there, Jim. Why, thank you, Bill. Alright, so it looks like the gold is about 7,000 in the blue side. Renekton looks like he keeps trying to go in by himself. Now, this looks like a team fight that is possible to win. Varus looks like he's trying to stick a little bit too closely to the front line, and he got punished for it. Jinx is just picking off one by one. Her passive, she gets attack speed and movement speed after every kill or assist, or even turret destruction. Oh, that's quite a useful passive there. That's right. Now, all these two have to do is they could probably go back. Oh, what is Vi doing? Looks like she's trying to single-handedly take Baron. Not a very wise decision, as now the team that just is pulling out with Renekton are running over to the Baron pit. If Vi had simply waited about, I don't know, 10 seconds, or maybe asked, then the whole team would get this buff in no time, because of course Vi is doing quite a bit of damage. Oh, and there went Fiora killing Renekton. But that's okay. These 3 look like they could take down this Baron and get the buff. So if you're on the red side, you have a little bit of a window here with everybody going back. Now that you lost the Baron, what would your move be? Well, honestly, they're not doing a bad idea. Zac should not be going out so far on his own. Again, that jungle is completely blind to the red side. So them just wandering out there one by one is very dangerous. If I were them, I would group up as best I could, push out the side lanes a little bit to give yourself some room. And then I think the best bet would be to have your whole team charge down middle, because Fiora's doing great against Vi. Sejuani is a good tank. Cassin can pop to the back lane or back line and take out the Jinx pretty well with a good burst. And if they focus with Varus and Cassin on that Jinx, it's game over. But of course, now this Vi is here. Oh, that Vi going out by herself is the window that the opponents have to get back in this. Fortunately, the blue team seems to be working in tandem with this. Even though the Vi is taking the dive, every time the blue team can turn this one death into a trade 3v1, which is great. Now this Varus is getting way too close. Way too close. His best bet would have been just to poke and run away. Now we got Fiora versus... Oh, Fiora and Zac versus Galio, Renekton, and Jinx, which Fiora, to her credit, took out the Renekton in about no time, because again, Renekton's very powerful, but with that riposte, his own power is back against him. But the problem is that Jinx was just let alone to do all the damage she wanted to everything. That's right, Jim. Looks like they left themselves open a little bit. Now Galio and Jinx, those two look like a sword and shield combination, with Galio as a granite shield and Jinx as a pretty good sword. She is just cutting those guys down with her lifesteal, and that looks like it's the ball game. Yes, it is, Bill. This was an interesting match between two very uniquely built teams, because you don't normally see Vi middle, and you don't normally see Zac bottom. Now that looks like that is it for us today here at Lolligaggers Legends. From our announce table to you, please have a wonderful week. I'm Bill Griffith, and I'm Jim Randyson, and we'll see you guys next time, I guess. Oh, hey, Bill? Yes, Jim? Before we go, yeah? You might wanna just have a quick chat with your girlfriend. Who, Margaret? Oh, she's great! She's wonderful. I gotta introduce you sometime. Like we'll do. How about this? What are you doing this weekend? We'll have lunch. We'll play some board games. You like board games, right? Yeah, that sounds great. Matter of fact, we can double date. You can bring your girlfriend over to my place. I'll ask Margaret; she'll be fine with it, and we'll have us a great time. Okay, Jim. Just keep me posted, okay? No problem. I'll text you the information. Okay. Well, I guess that sounds great. So from Lolligaggers Legends, thanks for watching.